Here's some good news, a potential breakthrough in the science of aging. A Boston biotech startup injecting its first human patient with a shot designed to make cells act younger. The treatment is meant to target eye disease, and Alexandra Hoff has the details from Washington. Tell us more.
Yeah, Dana, this is a milestone FDA human trial. It's aimed at reversing age-related vision loss. This treatment, it's injected directly into the eye and activated later by a course of antibiotics. It's experimental gene therapy called ER100. It works to essentially clean up the instructions that DNA provides to cells, helping the cells remember how to function as they once did, say, back when you were a teenager. Now, Life Biosciences is the company doing this. Co-founder Dr. David Sinclair writes, our research has suggested that aging is driven in large part by the loss of epigenetic information, not irreversible damage. So the idea is that if that information provided to the cells can be safely reprogrammed, human disease and aging could be reversed. And if this trial goes well, scientists will likely jump to find where else in the body it could work.
We're now entering an era where lifespan may begin extending longer than our horizons imagine, 90, 95, 100, 120, 130, where at some point we say, are we the first generation who aren't going to die?
All right, so that's a question that tech entrepreneur and longevity advocate Brian Johnson has dedicated his life to, and others are catching on. Major U.S. investors entering this longevity realm, this space, they're all catching on too. And according to the Wall Street Journal, Russian President Vladimir Putin has embarked on a $26 billion quest for longevity. The report notes that Russian scientists are actively working on developments such as gene therapy, like we were talking about, but also 3D printed organs, Dana.
All right, Alex, thank you. Very interesting.
So Dr. Gabrielle Lyon is a board-certified family physician with us, and hello to you. You were listening to that. Is all this possible? Is it happening, or
It is
not?
very exciting. This ER100, which is a new drug, gene therapy, potentially can reverse biological aging. And again, typically we think about the treatments of disease and managing symptoms, but this essentially flips the biological switch.
So he was talking about eye disease and macular degeneration. So my mom is going through that, and I'm curious, like how would that? So I understand how it would work. It tells the cells actually go back and do something different. What are the clinical trials like in something like that? Like, who signs up and says, I'll give it a shot?
Well, right now we're in the first clinical trial, and there's 12 people. So I believe that it's going to take some time. Wow. However, if this works, it is going to transform human history and lives.
Well, we were looking at this Pew survey that showed 40% of adults take at least one step to look younger. I thought it'd be a lot higher, right? 4 in 10, but and that's what they found. There is another story here about a sunscreen ingredient that is used in Europe that may be approved here. Put up number 2 here. Benefits of, say it with me,
Bemotrizonal.
Got it. And so we're looking at a screen. What do you know about this?
Bemotrizonal is kind of a 2-in-1. It helps with both UVA and UVB protection. And it's been around for the last 20 years in other countries like Asia and Europe, but it hasn't become popular or available in the US because it is considered an over-the-counter drug. But however, finally in the last 20 years, it has now been approved.
Okay, so we can start buying it today?
Hopefully by the end of the summer.
The end of the summer? That's not very
potentially
good.
August, but maybe later.
Although wear sunscreen every day. I know.
But it's said to be better, right?
It is better because it is a larger molecule, so it's less absorbed. And when we think about generally recognized as safe, which becomes really important, and also it's transparent. Not all that white residue
Chalky.
everywhere. Exactly. No fun.
This is the other story that's got our attention, and that is that apparently if you could get a tick bite, there's a possibility that you could end up allergic to meat. It's called alpha-gal syndrome, and about 450,000 Americans have been affected. What do you know about this, and how can you prevent this from happening?
This is a bite by the Lone Star tick, and the tick is in Texas. That's right, we do it big in Texas. But what's so interesting is that when this tick bites a mammal, something else with hair, it takes a sugar in it, and it introduces that sugar to a human. And what ultimately happens is that human can no longer eat red meat or anything with hair, and it yes, and it shows up in my office. I've actually seen this with gastrointestinal symptoms, swelling, itching, and over time.
What would explain why it's become so much more common? Because we have a lot of cases here in New York. Like Long Island's deer population is massive.
It is.
And it carries these ticks with it.
What I think is happening is that we're recognizing it more. And there was a survey by the CDC, and 42% of healthcare providers had never even heard of alpha-gal. And when I first saw it 10 years ago, I didn't know what to make of it, but it is increasing, and now we know what to look for.
Well, it scares me to death. Don't want to have to deal with that. Do you, Perino?
No, I don't want that. Lyme disease and everything else that comes with it. Great to have you here, Gabrielle.
Dr.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you for coming on.
Thank you so much.
Be sure to like and subscribe for all the Fox News latest on YouTube and catch full shows streaming now on Fox One.